What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Your girl Luki here, with a live stream in the middle of the day. We're on broke girl status right now. We're on unemployed status right now, so I got time to be doing some of this stuff. In reality, should I be doing other things? Absolutely. But you know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to hang out with y'all. Because I'm gonna give my impressions about Redfall. My impressions on Redfall because I played it a little bit. And it's interesting. All right, I'm live giving my impressions on. Uh, let me tell you something. I'm happy. I'm happy to give my impressions on this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's up, Zero, Spencer, Sammy, Steel? What's up, Damien? What's up, guys? All right, so let me go ahead and pull out my notes because I took notes on this and I wanted to give all my thoughts on it. All right, so um, Redfall is a game that just recently released last night, and I played a little bit of it last night with slow mo. I'm gonna be honest with you, wasn't really paying attention. Like we were playing it, but I was just like, "What is going on?" I was otherwise occupied, but I wasn't paying too close attention. So I decided to give it another shot this morning, and I decided to play the single player mode myself, and then switch over to the co-op with slow mo. Right. So, um, yes. Clizzo, Brian, Hurricane, Max, Corey. What's up, Corey? John, J Swoles. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so I decided to play this morning and I booted it up and I was like, all right. So I started playing through it in the single player mode and, it had the opening little dialogue or whatever. And I was just like, all right. It's giving a little story. It was kind of reminding me, I don't know what it was reminding me of, but nothing good. Nothing good. Okay, so all right, so these are my notes. Okay, I'm again. Maybe I'll just pull it up on my computer because they're notes I took in my documents. Um, without listen. Okay, here we go. Without looking at my notes directly, this is what I have to say about the game. Um, it's not a it's not a good game in my opinion. From what I've played, mind you, I only played a little bit of it. It's from what I've played, I don't think the game is going to be good. I can't say it's a bad game. I don't know if it's a bad game because I'm not going to play through it all because I'm not interested in playing through it, right? But what I played of the game, I'm just not interested. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's not vibing with me, my boys. You know what I mean? So all right. So here are some of my issues with it. All right. So I walked out. First of all, I this is like a petty sort of complaint. I can't stand when the player character just makes these little comments as they're walking around, walking about, little dumb fucking comments, and I'm just like, oh, just unnecessary, just to, I guess, add extra dialogue. I guess to just not have it. So I'd rather sit in silence. Okay. I'd rather sit in silence. I don't want to hear your little cute little comments, man. All right. But that was my first, like, I don't like that. But that's something I can deal with. That's something I can deal with. Right. Now, here's the thing, the AI is garbage. All right. The AI is so bad that it's just bad. Okay. So, all right. So I walked in the line of sight of the AI, right? Like I got to this outside area that, a cool thing was like, it was like this, typhoon of water and it was like frozen and then there was an eclipse and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, right? Like that was cool. So I walk out to that area and I accidentally walk in the line of sight of some enemies a little further down. And I just had I just had to circle around and they completely forgot that I was there, right? Okay, and I was like, all right. I decided to do like some stealth. I'm like, cool, because the game's like, you got some stealth options. What stealth options do I have? Because there's no actual stealth options in the beginning. All right. Okay. Shout out to Corey with $15 super chat saying to go towards your deluxe edition. you know, go towards my fucking bail when okay. Anyway, let me not say anything crazy here. But yeah, thank you, Corey. I appreciate it, man. Um, but yeah, so stealth, right? stealth options, right? So I go up to the enemy, and in like 99% of the games, I feel, you know what, maybe extraneous number. I'm just throwing numbers out there. A lot of the games I've played where you crouch, you sneak going up to the enemy AI, you get the option to take them out. So I know it was like it's not the mainstay arcane, right? But in Dishonored, you could either choke them out, right? Choke, choke them out, or you stab them, you kill them. You get those options. But in this, there's no like little prompt that shows up that says, "Oh, you can do this or you can do that." I'm like, okay, like, so how is it like a stealth thing? Shout out to Fnatic. That was a big problem with Aloy in the pre-patch Forbidden West. She was just rambling to herself like a crazy guy in the subway. Like, yeah, like shut the fuck up. Like nobody's trying. Listen, no one's trying to hear all that. Thank you, Fnatic. Appreciate you. No one is trying to hear all that, man. Like, stop. Just zip it. Zip. Nobody who likes that? Can somebody in chat? Do you like them just randomly talking to your? Do, is that something you guys like? Is that something you guys vibe with? People just randomly talking to themselves? What's up, Geekhead, Brian, Dom, Enhancer? I know. Dwayne, John the Don. What's up, Mother? What's up? CKG, Max, Yorosero. Oh, thank you. That V guy. Thank you. Thank you. Dom. Brian, MJ, my boy. Karan. What's up? J Swoles. Aek, the hero. What's up? Breeski, my boy. What's up? What's up? Lynch, what's up? Smokes, the finest. What's up? What's up? Thanaros, what up? What up? What up? Hurricane, Clizzle, all good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all. So yeah, I'm just like, dude, shut up. I'm like, I'm not trying to hear all that, right? So I go up to the enemy. I'm in the back of the enemy, and they're just like nothing. And I'm just like, how it's like Brian said, crouching equals stealth, I guess, right? Apparently so in this game. So the animation to like take out enemies is so funny to me because it's just like it's like an elbow to the butt, and then they instantly fall over, and then they're just like that, and then their weapons like disappear, like they just disappear. I guess you can't. Now that I think about it, I don't think you can get weapons off of like regular variety enemies. You can only get the weapons off of the vampires. I believe that's the case. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, there's no stealth takedown animations. Just nothing, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Then I killed these two guys, right, in stealth, and then a third enemy cultist came through, literally saw the dead bodies, and said not a freaking thing, just nothing, zilch, nada. No, there's no question marks popping up over her head saying, there's a dead body here. Nothing. So mind you, again, when I was playing in single player, I actually did not experience any major bugs. I didn't experience any major bugs. Mind you, I was playing on the Xbox Series X, okay? So I'm at that disgusting, atrocious 30 FPS. Mind you, here's the thing, right? When I was done with my play session with slow-mo, I was feeling a little sick. Now, I don't know if I'm feeling sick because I got 4 hours of sleep last night. I don't know if I'm feeling sick because of staring into 30 FPS abyss. I don't know if I'm feeling sick because the game is garbage. Like it may be a combination of all three. But again, I didn't experience too many bugs as I was playing. One of the main bugs, I guess, was when I was standing still. It was like the walking animation. So you know how your gun bounces when you walk. It was doing that, but that's like whatever, right? So I didn't really experience any bugs personally. I don't know. I know people are experiencing bugs, but I'm not sure where exactly. So okay. All right. Now, then I finished like the first mission, and it's like to rescue these hostages. First of all, I go up to the door. This is just like a story design sort of thing. I go up to the door and I'm like, "Hi, it's me, so and so. I'm not with the cult." And the people are like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, we got some people in here." Why did you automatically believe that I'm not with the cult? Like, no questions asked. No, like, are you sure you're not with the cult? Are you are you positive that you're not with the cult? No, none of that. They just automatically believe that I'm not with the cult, right? And they're like, "Okay, well, you gotta turn the power back on in order to get the door." I'm like, "Brother, why are you" Okay, cool. I go and do that, open the door. Now in most get mind you, Outriders had fucking cutscenes, alright? This is when I started to become appalled, alright? Because at first I was like, "Alright, this is whatever, not that big of a deal," right? Like, it's, like, mid, but it's not that big of a deal. This is when I became appalled. I finished the mission, and the cutscene is a fucking slideshow. I'm talking Records of Ragnarok, Netflix version of Record of Ragnarok. During the fight scenes that aren't actually animated as fight scenes, there's no cutscenes in this game. I mean, mind you, maybe there are cutscenes in the game, and I didn't get the chance to experience them because I was like, absolutely fucking not. But there was no cutscene. It was just like a fucking slideshow. Like, you guys remember Mass Effect, the end of Mass Effect 3, where you go through that little slideshow after you beat the fucking game, and it's like got that little color tinge there, depending on what ending you got. So it's either green or blue or fucking red. You guys remember that from Mass Effect 3? Remember? Okay, it was like that. It was blue. I'm just like, what modern game doesn't have fucking cutscenes? What the hell is that, dude? And this is a triple. Is this maybe is this a triple A game? Is this even? Hold on. Is Redfall triple A? Because they're doing the triple A price. Yeah, this is a fucking a triple A PC game, PC Xbox game. This is not a triple A. There's no. This game is $70. $70 for this. For this garbage. I feel bad for anyone who fucking spent their money on this shit. Stop pre-ordering games, dude. Stop fucking pre-ordering games. This shit is garbage, man. And it's $70. You can't even give me a fucking cutscene. Are you kidding me? In the first mission? Seriously? So I'm just kind of like, I was still rolling from the lack of cutscene. I'm just like, all right. Gunplay is trash. Okay. It's the controls suck. It feels too floaty. I feel unsteady fucking aiming with my goddamn controller. It sucks. So then I hop in co-op with Slomo. Mind you, the co-op experience was relatively seamless. He was on PC and I'm on Xbox, so no issues there. No issues getting into one another game. So last night when I was playing and not paying attention, I ended up dying while we were going through it. And when I died, they like spawned me all the way in the fucking back, dude. I was like 600 paces away from him, and I'm just like, what? Why did you spawn me back in the fucking abyss when he's over here in the mission area? Why did you spawn me back there, dude? Like, what's going on with that? So I jogged my way over to where he was in his mission objective. So I'm like, all right. Apparently, there's like fast travel points you got to unlock, and I'm just like, all right, cool, fast travel points. Good to know. Good to know. I would have liked to have known that beforehand, but I didn't. All right. Let's see here. What else happened? Enemies would occasionally just show up out of fucking nowhere, just spawning randomly during the co-op session. Um, when Slomo was playing earlier, because again he's on PC, he was behind this vampire, and a vampire just didn't notice that he was there. He just didn't notice he was there, and he was able to kill it. Right? So disappointing there. What else? I mean, so what really did it for me, but I shout out to Smokes with Super Chat. Appreciate you, my boy saying, "Hi, Luca. I shudder at the thought of what they were ooh. This was supposed to release last year? I feel sick. They were planning to release last year. Oh, man. L after L after L after. It's a major fucking L, dude. It's an L. Just walking L. So, all right. So what really did it for me? Oh, I took some more notes, right? When we were also playing, we went through this building. I can't remember what kind of building it was, but we went through this building, and as we were going through the building, we opened the doors, and the enemies didn't notice that we had opened the doors. There's nothing. Nothing from the enemies. They didn't see. They didn't, even though we were right in front of the door, they didn't even they didn't notice it, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever, whatever. So this we go through, we decide to finish up the mission. And my breaking point for this game was when we finished the mission. The mission was you go, you pick up a film reel, and you go to a movie projector, yeah, a movie projector, and then you put the oh my god, film reel in the movie projector, and it plays on the screen. Now, I made a joke where I was like, "Oh, are they going to play a slideshow on the screen like they did with the slideshows for the cutscene?" Uh, Mind, I was kidding. I thought they would show something like an actual. I don't know why I thought this. Like, I don't know why. You know how projectors usually play actual movies, right? But I thought they were gonna show and play an actual movie on the movie projector. But no, it was a fucking slideshow of some guy, some old man with a goatee and beard and a fucking gray vest, just the slideshow just slowly go, and I'm just like, why would you have why would you make us get a film reel? Why? Why would you do that? In order to do a movie slideshow? Why would you do that? It doesn't even make any it was I was so baffled that I was like, turn this shit off right now. Slomo read my fucking mind because as soon as I saw that shit, someone was like, okay, so that's the he was like, that's the end of the stream. And I'm just like, say less. Say less. You know, you say less. Okay? Say less. Because this shit is fucking awful. Hold on. So give me 1 second. Okay. So, all right. I feel sick. I feel sick. But yeah, it's just trash. I do not recommend it. I was like, thank God for Game Pass. I mean, this is probably the thought process. They're like, why just put it on Game Pass? It's garbage, but it's fine. At least they're not spending their money. Thank God for Game Pass because that shit is trash. If I spent 70 fucking dollars on that shit, I would be so angry. I would be so fucking angry. Now, apparently, they raised the price for quality or what? I don't know what the fuck they raised the price for because they actually never gave a reasonable explanation for that, right? So it's whatever. But all right, let me just read through. I feel. Let me read through these comments, okay? JKS Guy Code said Game Pass feeler. Yeah. Brian says, now imagine playing through that and realizing you had to give it a good review because you're a Microsoft show. Spencer says, I want to know what would like, yeah, what's the budget? $15 for Game Pass for this game's not it. No, literally though, you're not even kidding. You're right. Yes, I was definitely not feeling it. Free DLC later on, Swagger. Yeah, they listen. You right. Luca finally part of the Ponies Nation. Last straw. CBSS said that. Now we guess on how long it'll be before they cut all ties with the content roadmap. Doesn't seem that bad. You know what? I'm happy that you're enjoying it, my dear. Geekhead said ponies rise up. It's bad out here. What's up, Stardust? This should have pre-released on PlayStation as well. It needs a player base, but there might not be one after a few weeks. Good. Stop releasing garbage games. Garbage games deserve to fucking fail. Okay? They deserve to fucking fail. You deserve to have no fucking player base. You suck. Shout out to Big Mike saying, did Don Matchwork have this many L's? I don't know. You guys tell me. You've been around longer, right? Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it, man. DC, what's up, my boy? Yeah, it's not worth a Game Pass playthrough at all. Mike says Matt Booty living up to his last name and like no, like literally though, he completely apt for it. Shout out to Bunty, what's up, my boy? This game does not seem like a AAA game. I don't know how much a AAA game costs, but a lot of it is missing, and it doesn't seem this would cost that much. No, literally though, like why is it? And thank you, Bunty. Why is it $70? This shit is garbage, dude. Like it maybe 40, maybe $40, but even still, I feel like that's being extremely generous on it. 15 years ago was the last time they were consistently good. Oh. No, it's not fun. It's not fun. I went over the actual gameplay earlier. It's not fun. If it was fun, I wouldn't be this annoyed. But thank you. Di was like, "Oh, Luca, we'll play." Babe, we're not playing together. I'm not playing this. Like, I uninstalled it actually. I was just like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm definitely good on that." I'm just if I could avoid ever playing this again, that would be great actually. Um, Listen, I mean, you're spitting, man. Xbox Era gave it a I believe they gave it an 8 actually, not a 9. So yeah, but I did see that. I was playing it, but I'm gonna have to drop it. I mean, honestly speaking, I don't blame you because again, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's on Game Pass. I'll give it a try, which is that is just such a sad, unfortunate sort of mentality where it's like, Game Pass, give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks, man. It's a sucky mentality. And shout out to Alcoholic Gamer saying Malibu plus Mountain Dew drinks on me. Enjoy. Sounds delicious. Freaking also. Um, Unfortunate though, I went to play this with my cousins, but now go ahead. I mean, I would say try it for yourself. I always say that if you want to play a game, you should try it for yourself, see what's up. If and it's a low cost investment, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you already have Game Pass, but maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point with these sick bastards is that they know it's a low cost investment, so they're just like, we're just gonna do some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous. I just don't know what they could have been thinking with this. Like, seriously speaking, if this was still a multi-plat game, it would still just be another garbage fucking game, dude. It would still just be another garbage fucking game, man. And like from what I've played of it, I keep having to fucking clarify, my bad. But like, you guys know what I'm saying? Like, it would be like Gotham Knights, no fucking 60 FPS, questionable story, questionable graphics, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. It'd be like, at least with Jedi Survivor, which, unacceptable that it released in the state that it did. Bugs to that extreme, always unacceptable, but apparently it's still a good game underneath that. This is not a good game underneath it, and that's where the problem lies, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a good game underneath the disgusting bugs that other people have been experiencing, not me though, but if it was still a good game under that, maybe I'd be like, "Alright, cool. I'm willing to give it a shot." But that's not the case. Now, apparently a studio that did Prey did this game. I didn't play Prey. Um, I did play Dishonored 1 and 2 though, and those games are fucking phenomenal. Which is why it's just so disappointing to me because even though it's still Arcane, they're still under the same umbrella. So you would assume that they share fucking resources, right? So why aren't I getting a stealth takedown animation or anything? Like, what the fuck is that, man? Right. J King says Prey was amazing. Bryn Cells on Fire says Prey is amazing. Right. Don says if it wasn't on Game Pass, I would have bought it day one. I saved myself $70. Thank God for fucking that, dude. Thank God for that. I am not playing Jedi Survivor. Maybe I'll check it out once they fix that shit. Now it's become a garbage game that adds to more of the Xbox L's. Exactly. Max says it might be an unpopular opinion, but I agree. No matter how bad a game seems, games are meant to be played, and thus you can only play a game to to truly know whether it's good or bad or not. I mean, yeah, I do agree with that. Letting them operate independently is cool and all, but you still have to do your job. Exactly. Monitoring or consulting time to time, that's in any business. No, fucking exactly. Exactly. And someone to actually program proper AI and mocaps exactly. Could have been a great games for gold, exactly. Because they had as soon as that Game Pass shit came out, they started dumping garbage on games for gold. Like, I feel sick. I feel a little sick. I feel a little sickly. I'm not gonna lie, man. But again, that could be the sleep deprivation. I don't know. I just wish. Oh, okay. Anyway, saw something nice. But yeah, there was something I saw earlier on Twitter that I went to go over as well. Was it this? I don't know, but the fucking official Bethesda account came through and they're just like, a huge congrats to our friends at Arcane Studios for the thrilling launch of Redfall. We can't wait to sink our teeth into this experience. You know, sink these teeth into these nuts, man. Like, this is just. Just absolutely unacceptable. And it's just like the file size for Xbox was 77 gigabytes, which what exactly in this game is making it so large? It's definitely not the fuck yeah. Listen, I'm not a developer. Let me not start talking shit, dude. But it was 100 gigabytes for my PC, and I was just like, I'm not installing this shit on PC. Like, it's just not fucking happening, dude. I wouldn't recognize my other hard drive or whatever, right? But anyway, so what I'm saying is, oh, I feel sick. It might be the sleep deprivation. I'm not sure. We need Death Singer for some damage control. Do y'all remember what Death Singer said? He said it's gonna be a banger. He said, "I guarantee it's gonna work on PC." Now he took that shit back. He took it back because I was like, "Brother, I'm gonna need you to take that shit back. Okay, I'm trying to save you." He took it back, so that's a good thing. But it's still just And then I remember him mentioning, and shout out to Cog and Mr. Matty Plays. He was like, "Oh, Cog and Mr. Matty Plays says it's good, so it's probably good." I'm just like, what version of the game did they pick? Did they play? Because it's like, and not just them, a bunch of other people came out with reviews. And the way they like listen, mind you, the video footage they were allowed to use was the developers' video footage, right? So the developers had some pre-recorded gameplay from their end that they handed to YouTubers and reviewers to put on their channels. That should have been a red flag in itself. I should have known better. I mean, listen. This shit is trash, dude. Like, I'm not even angry. I'm just kind of like, man, all right. All right. Personal score and impressions out of 10, Luca. Yeah, I mean, for my impressions, maybe like a 6. So yeah, it's mid. I'm not gonna give it like an official score, obviously, because I didn't beat the game, but you know, maybe it gets better after the beginning area. Whoever decides to stick with it, you let me know. You let me know because as I was playing through it, I kept thinking, I was like, there's always these games where there's always some people who decide to stick with it and decide to love it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine installing 100 gigabytes of trash. Exactly. Kind of sad how this has just turned into more console war fodder. It is what it is. They should have not. They should not. Ooh, they should have not put all first party games day one on Game Pass. Give their devs some sales incentives. Add them later, like Sony does. I can't say I disagree with that. That's a good point. How did you pick your glasses? I picked them off of this website called Firmoo. Just add it in the chat for you, buddy. Max says, I'm guessing press events are controlled environments, correct, in which media and some content creators get to play a specific build that's different from the final game. I would agree with that because let's think about Cyberpunk 2077 because I, you know what, I'm willing to give the yellow chair brigade a pass to a certain extent because I believe that they got they played a fucking different they saw a different version of the game than what we actually ended up with. Like I believe that. Um to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? We don't call them the yellow chair brigade for nothing. So, see you later, Bunty. Thank you, Froggy. Listen, if you guys, oh, what's up, Cassie? I'm gonna check out your video as soon as I'm done with this. I'm gonna make myself a nice sandwich, a little honey ham sandwich, and some popcorn, and then I'm gonna go sit the fuck down. All right. Shout out to Black Metal Gamer saying Starfield Metacritic prediction. I don't even want to speak. You know what? I was smart to not speak. What's up, so? I was smart to not speak
So
my Redfall prediction either because
I
it's
I predicted 75, and I am not
far too
ashamed.
generous.
I was far too generous. Good grief! It deserves this 62. It deserves it every second of it. I mean every point. You know the fact that it doesn't even the game costs more than its Metacritic score.
Which was a great fucking joke on my end. Shout out to me. All right, go
Yeah.
ahead and give your impressions on the game, and then we can skedaddle.
Well, look. Everything that I feared about the game turns out to be exactly what it is. It's got very mediocre controls. It is the gunplay is very bad. It's what like. Arcane on its own hasn't really ever really been good at that kind of stuff, and it's like that's a weakness to the studio. That's a downfall. Like make sure that you get it right, but it's like they did the bare minimum in that getting getting feedback from id Software is different than like actually working with a studio that's good at that kind of stuff. To like work with Machine Games, like somebody that someone that's actually in house with you guys that actually knows how to make good gunplay in a game.
Machine Games?
Wolfenstein.
No, I know what you're saying, but the Wolfenstein gunplay is like floaty too.
Yeah, it's better than this.
It is better than this, absolutely.
So like I mean
100%.
anything is better than this at this point. I would take them over. Like if id's not available, look is that you got people in house that do this stuff. Even 343 or Halo Infinite's gunplay is
Excellent.
leagues better than
Yeah,
this.
it's
And
excellent.
especially after you got acquired. So like this game was in development for years before they got acquired. You get acquired, now you have all these additional resources, the other people that can make these kind of games better than you do. So I mean, why is that not happening? It's just there's a failure of management. The fact that this game got delayed a year. You've been marketing it at 60 frames per second. It comes out on Xbox at 30. Like you have to understand that as gamers, we don't give a crap what you're dealing with. We don't care what you're going through. We don't care how hard development is. All we care about is results. And when we see from Nintendo is that Nintendo will cancel a game before they release it a huge mess. Metroid Prime 4, not canceled because they don't live up to our standard. The previous God of War, cancel that. Didn't live up to our standard. I'm sorry, they didn't cancel it. They told them to do better. And they did better. They became Game of the Year. Like, what are we doing here? Why is it that you can't talk to your own studios and just, give them a firm hand every now and then? This kind of sucks.
They definitely
Like,
need something firm. You know what I'm saying?
oh, pause. But maybe not pause. Maybe they need that too.
Maybe I mean that. You know? Like what is happening here? And it's just like I was definitely one of the people when I was like, "Oh my goodness, they bought ZeniMax." I was so excited. because I love Wolfenstein.
Oh
Uh,
man, that classic thing. This game is the best a tax write-off. Yo, it may just be they had look, man. We had to handle some finances here. Just get this up out of
exactly.
it. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's so
I
bad.
love Wolfenstein. I love Dishonored. I love what was Skyrim. I love Fallout. I just thought, I thought perhaps that something good would happen from this. You know?
I, you know what I don't understand? I don't understand how all the people who live in Redfall are like, the majority of them are dead, considering how bad the AI in that game is.
I
Like, I
know.
mean, you could literally
They're
stand
part of the
right
bad
behind.
AI. They died. They probably stood there and got shot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could literally stand right behind I stood right behind a vampire. Flicked my flashlight off and on like 20 times. Hey, I'm here. Reloaded, did all kinds of stuff. Made all this noise right behind him. Zero response until I shot him in his butt cheeks. It's just like, come on, bro. Like these enemies are like walking around like they can't see or hear anything. It's bad. It's real bad.
Well, is this the Game Pass effect? Is this? Do you remember a couple years ago? Was that us? Because I mean, it wouldn't just have been us. It would have been other people too. And this
Hmm.
discussion popped up, and we were just like, "What if Game Pass comes out and then they just start releasing mid in Game Pass, and they just like, well, it's in Game Pass, so it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, this comes up a lot, and I think I said this back then, but weren't they releasing mid
exactly,
before Game
exactly. I think
Pass?
that was our response too.
Yeah.
I think that was both of our responses where it was just like, well, what's the fucking difference? Like
Yeah,
it'll
they,
be
they were
mid regardless. You
they
know
were
what I mean?
releasing mid games before Game Pass. It's the same management. Nothing has changed except they have a Game Pass that they push instead of actually trying to convince you to spend, money up front to buy mediocre titles. Like it's the same level of quality. So yeah, good job, Xbox.
Shout out to them. You know what? So
What do you think about Starfield? What do you think is going to happen with Starfield?
I don't think anything. I'm not speaking, dude. I'm not fucking speaking. You're not gonna
Come
catch me in
on.
any goddamn fucking L's.
Come on.
None of you are gonna catch me in any fucking L's. I'm not speaking. Okay? I'm just gonna wait for that shit to come out. Or as we get closer to the alleged launch date. Matter of fact, I hope they push that shit back. I hope they push that shit
They
back.
should,
I'm assuming it's not gonna
because this.
fucking work because, mind you, let's talk. Hold on. Let's break this down for 1 second. They delayed Halo Infinite.
Hmm.
How
A
did it come
year.
out?
It needed another year.
They delayed Redfall. How did it come out?
He needed like 2 years.
They delayed Starfield like twice.
It probably needs the 2026.
Push that joint back, baby boy. Push it back. Like I don't trust it I mean, not that I did before, but like it's just like ridiculous. It's been past ridiculous, actually speaking. Like someone made this very interesting point, and at first I was like, "That's fucking ridiculous." Like I was in uni space, and somebody's like, "What if they just keep pushing it back a year to get people to stay sub to Game Pass?" And I was just like, "Just unsub." You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, "But most people aren't gonna unsub." Most people are
Hmm.
gonna like, "Well, it's just another year," and they'll just they'll stay signed on, and then eventually they'll get the game. Eventually we'll get a game. And we did get a game. We definitely got a game. It's a game. I would say Zero says, "Oh, it's going to be a great 30 FPS game."
I have a question, and this is for you, Luke, as well as the chat. What year will it be when Xbox finally delivers a must-have title?
I don't cuz I'm pretty sure I recall back in 2018 we were like, well, maybe 2020, maybe 2021, maybe 2022. I don't know. I seem to recall us having this conversation, and
I
hasn't
tell you, if our 2023 sales could talk to our 2018 sales, what would we say? All them
First of
games that
all,
you think you
photo
think is going to be out in 2021 and 2022, they still won't be out.
exactly. I'd
Just
go
give it
back.
up, bro.
First of all, I'd go back in time and I'd be like, "Guys, Anthem's gonna be bad. Let's not hype that up because that's what we definitely did that. Guys, Mass Effect Andromeda,
What they showed your Anthem wasn't even a real game.
that wasn't a real game. Mass Effect Andromeda, don't be excited for that either. What else? What what else? What other massive disappointments have come out over the last couple years that we were actually excited for?
Let's see. Oh man. Well, when I was talking about like, I remember us having a conversation, and we were like, it was like right after they had acquired like the first 5 studios, and we were talking about like, and then we knew that Playground Games is making Fable. We were like, oh man, then they acquired Ninja Theory. It was like, man, Hellblade 2, yeah. And we were
We've been
so
hearing about
like,
the same goddamn games for fucking years now, dude.
yo,
Hellblade 2 is still not out, man.
it's still not out. We don't even have a release year.
Xbox is trash.
Yeah, all the games that they have shown us since like, what was the show? Remember the show that everybody was like, yo, it was just like too many teaser trailers, like teaser trailer overload. And they showed like
Yes, I
Everwild,
remember. It
and
was
they
like a
showed,
little reel of, Game
yeah,
Pass games. Mhm.
Contraband, and like all these games that we don't even know anything about really. A lot of them still haven't come out.
Exactly. I do remember us talking about Outriders, but I don't know, were we hyping that up? If we were,
Not really.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
we were.
no
Yeah.
one was hyping
We were just
Outriders
like,
up. We were just
give it
shocked
a
that
shot.
it just showed up in Game Pass as a launch game in Game Pass like less than a month before it was supposed to come out. It
Yeah.
was like a shock out of nowhere. And I think, oh man, that's like the last time Square Enix really gave anything to Xbox. You think about
It's
it.
like they're like, I mean, at least I actually said this earlier. I was like, Outriders ha Outriders had cutscenes. And, like,
Yeah, at least that cutscene. Yeah,
the main character, I kinda like their sociopathic behavior. I kind of was
very
I was
snarky,
you
kind
know?
of psychotic. Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely liked their psychotic
yeah,
behavior, I was with
personality.
it. It had
Yeah,
a real personality that wasn't getting on my nerves. Um, but the main thing was it had this game doesn't have a customization, in
yeah.
terms of how your character looks. Um,
Oh, it does. It does.
does it?
Yes, you can go into your loadout, and then there's an option there where you can change your character's clothes and their backpack.
Mm. Backpack, alright.
Yeah, straight door style. I have like 3 outfits for Layla and 2 backpacks. I think, yeah. Even though that like there's no point to that because it's the first person shooter and I can't see the way she looks. So
That's actually a great point. You're right. What's the point of customization if you can't see them?
yeah, I mean you could see him if you ever play the game with me again. You
Oh,
could
I
see it.
uninstalled it.
I know you did. I know. I knew it. I was telling Deli because like I joined Deli for a little bit before I came on, and I was like, "Yeah, Luca quit. I think she's probably already uninstalled it." And he was like, "Yeah, it makes sense."
I
So
mean, listen, I'm happy that you know me that well. I'm happy that you're aware of how of my behavior. You know what I'm saying? Um, because like I'm just because I this is what we do. So we play through the game together. There's some complaints here and there. Uh, you know, then I blow up about something, and then I get silent, and that's when you know. That's when you know I'm about to uninstall the fucking game.
yeah, yeah, it's you, and then it'd be like this just silence. I'm talking and there's just like no response back, and I'm like, and I can picture in my mind that she's already like at the Xbox home menu and she's pulled up the manage section of the little box for the game, and she's like it's hovering over uninstall, and I'm like, look, are you about to uninstall the game? Is that what's about to happen here? Yeah, okay. But usually it's like if you're having fun for example, like in Remnant, um, we got so triggered off of like the map design,
Map
the
design
level
is
design,
fucking disgusting in
that like
Remnant.
we were lost like a good hour and a half,
It was
and
longer
like
than that, my boy.
yeah, like I'm gonna say an hour and a half, just because I'm not trying to feel so bad about how all that time wasted, but like I still knew after that we still playing the game
Exactly,
because
like,
we're having fun, you know. Yeah.
there were different points in the game where I got really, really angry one play session, and then the next day, Slow-Mo was really angry during that play session, but we still ended up beating the game, and we still had fun with it, you know what I'm saying? Did that game have a disgustingly bad ending? Yes.
One of the worst endings I've
One of the
ever
worst
seen
e endings I've ever seen, I
ever.
agree, ever. But are
It
we
made no sense.
exactly.
Your character just abandons everyone.
Just lets everyone die.
Just let
Uh,
everyone die. I'm out. Peace.
but
You could have jumped on the boat in the very beginning and went back home if that was what you
exactly.
were gonna do. Come on,
Exactly.
bro.
Uh, but will Slow-Mo and I be seated for Remnant?
Yo,
Yes.
heck yeah. Day one.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Day
Day
one.
1. Like, it's not even a question. But like, for Redfall, I'm just like and you know what's crazy? From the very beginning, I was, like, disinterested. And then for a very brief period of time, very brief, I was like, maybe this looks a little but then they showed more, and then I was disinterested again, and then I watched some separate gameplay, I was like but mind you, that gameplay I saw was quality controlled by these cucks at the at fucking Arcane, dude. So, what
Mm-hmm.
did they show me? What did they show me? Okay? Um, those reviewers at IGN fucking suck ass, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because the AI is dumb as fuck. So, it's just like and, like, shout out to Bam Bam, I mentioned him in my video and, on the timeline. Bam will play a game regardless, you know? He doesn't care what the meta is, he doesn't care what other people are saying, he will try it out for himself if that's something, he's interested in, right? And then he'll talk shit when he's like, "Man, yo, fuck them, and fuck this meta, and all this shit, play games for yourself," all this stuff, because he ends up enjoying stuff, right? But with Bam's like, "Nah, I'm uninstalling this shit." I'm like, "For real? That bad that you're uninstalling it?"
Sorry. I'm
Why are
just
you giggling?
laughing. Huh?
I said, "Why are you giggling?"
Because look at my profile picture
You
now.
I see your profile picture, my boy. I was just gonna, I was gonna let it go. I'm not yes, I agree with you, FaZe. I'm not all that impressed by it either. I gave my more in-depth thoughts on the game earlier in the stream. Damn, look at Geekhead. Geekhead, my body and little brother is like, nope.
One of the biggest bots out here, and even he's just like, I can't take this crap no more.
He's like, I can't do this shit. I mean, at least at least you didn't invest years of your life cucking for this corporation. At least you're still young. You understand. All right.
Oh man, this poor game. This
Exactly,
poor dude.
Brian.
I can't imagine like spending all these years working on a game only for it to like be this mediocre. It's like a waste of time,
I mean, because like
honestly.
I want to ask him, like, what's it like making mid titles? Like, how do you feel about that? You know, like as an individual part of a corporation, would you be angry? I would be so mad. I'd be like, man, they're gonna fucking hate this shit.
And you know what? Well, look, what are your thoughts about people being able to play this stuff early and let's say the preview is drastically different than the review.
Okay, so this is what I said right before you joined. I said that these people are playing in extremely quality controlled settings. That's what someone in the chat said, right? And I was like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that. I think it was Max. Extremely quality controlled settings, right? They are being shown things that were not being shown, you know? So by the time the actual game comes out, everyone's looking at them like they're crazy because it's like you saw this shit and decide to peddle these lies to us? But maybe it's more in reality like, oh, actually, we saw something else and the final product ended up being this bullshit, because it's not like developers are above lying to us. Anthem E3 trailer, you know what I'm saying? So I like, that's how I feel about the Yellow Chair Brigade. You know what I'm saying? I think they were
Mhm.
shown something different, um, to a certain
Yeah,
extent. So
I can understand a little bit about the Yellow Chair Brigade with Cyberpunk, but with this, I mean, like, this was like a few weeks out and people played it, and I mean, some of the criticisms that I saw from them are still there, like the brain dead AI,
mhm.
the frame rate drops. Um, you know, just some of that stuff is still present and well in the game, but just the overall tone of a lot of previews where it's good.
I know. I mean, yeah,
And it's just like, well, why couldn't they have just really, if you were being honest and it was really was good, why couldn't they have released what they you know, whatever mode or beta or vertical slice of what that the game was then? Why
because
did
it
that
wouldn't
not?
be in a controlled setting anymore, slow mo. You know,
Man, just
What's up, Persona? Looking forward to your
Snow
live
Persona.
stream, King. But yeah, like, it wouldn't be in a controlled setting anymore. That's why. So it's just like, of course they're not going to show us. And I couldn't be one of these fucking reviewers, dude. First of all, because my channel's not big enough and I'm not popular enough, so there's that. But also, like, you want me to lie? Me? Do you know how difficult it is for me to fucking lie to somebody? And I'd have
You
to
lie
lie
to
to
me every
y'all?
day.
How so?
I don't know. Go ahead,
Okay, I
continue.
mean, like, how so? Let me tell you let me tell you how much I don't lie to this man. First of all, let's bring up the text messages because I'm still pissed about it.
Oh, why are we going there? Like, this is completely unnecessary.
Okay, so I get a text message from Slomo, and he's like,
I
"I'm
was
about to."
streaming.
Yeah,
I was distracted. I thought I wrote things correctly.
okay. He's like, "I'm about to start lunchtime with Slomo. You gonna join me playing Redfall?" And I said, "Man, I had a typo too. I don't even want to play that garbage, but let me go ahead and boot it up." And then you said, "I'll let you win Luca when I'm ready." And I just sent a question mark. And then I show up to his live stream and I'm like, "What's up? Like, are we gonna play?" And then he gets like snippy, 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 and "Ooh,
I wasn't
Luca,
snippy.
I said,"
I wasn't snippy.
and I'm just
I
like,
just I
"Look
just
at your text messages. What are you
I just
talking about?"
stated very matter of factly that,
No, no,
like,
no.
I'm not
A
quite
little bit of
ready
there's a little
to play
attitude in your
yet.
voice. There's a little attitude in your voice when you said it, like, "Oh, you
You
should
came
know
in my
that."
stream acting all out of pocket.
I acted like myself. What do you mean?
Out of pocket, which is you got
Myself.
exactly
Exactly.
what you got exactly what needed to happen. So yeah.
So, minding my fucking business, hoe ass business as per fucking usual, right? I come through and I'm like, "Why is he giving me an attitude?" He made it sound like we were gonna play together. So he gives me attitude. He looks back at his messages like, "Oh, oh golly gee, I guess I didn't put the right thing. I was
Golly
distracted." And
gee.
I was like, "All right, cool." So
Have you ever heard me say golly
I
gee?
leave, and then I go back and I look at the text messages myself. Like, maybe 15 minutes later, I'm looking, and then I start getting angry because I'm just like, this nothing in this message made it warranted his little attitude, right? I go back to his stream and I say exactly that. I was like, nothing in this. Hold on, because I accidentally showed our screen, but there's nothing in there. It's crazy. Nothing in this fucking message warrants your little goddamn attitude, right? And then he's all like, "Well, Luca, it's lunchtime with Slomo. You should know that I
Exactly.
talk for a bit, and then I
Exactly. You
play the
should
game."
know this
And then
already.
I said to him, "Well, I didn't know."
You should have. It's on
I was
you.
like, "I don't know." He's like, "So
It's
you don't
on
watch my
you.
stuff?" And I was like, "No, I don't watch your shit, ninja." Okay?
See, even worse.
Exactly. So
Thought we
I
were
of course,
friends.
so name a time I lie to you. I don't lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? You know, it's just because I don't have any time. I haven't even played any fucking games till now. Since February. It's May. All right? So, anyway.
Anyway, he
Okay,
is
Tiger King,
old. His
interesting.
memory is bad. My memory is fine, Glacian. Okay, okay. My memory's better than Luca's memory. Okay,
Exactly,
so
Gregor. And also shout out to Gregor, this awesome new artwork for the Legion of Scum background. Isn't that so delishy fucking also? So let me see if I can
can you move us over to the left? Is
to the
that
left,
possible?
I don't think so. Oh my god, look at my face. Well, it's cute. You'll just have to believe me, guys. It's very cute. So, anyway,
Put it up on Twitter.
I am gonna put it on Twitter. Yes. I'm sick.
That dickhead Gregor can do some good artwork.
Excuse me? Why would you talk to him like that?
Hey, do you see his comment in the chat? He
What do you
deserves it.
say? What do you say?
Golly gee, does sound like something old people say. I believe Luca. Well,
Exactly. As he should, honestly speaking. All right, let me just. Oh, my final thing I would say is check the game out for yourself. If you have Game Pass, if you don't have Game Pass, do not fucking buy Game Pass to check this out. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Of course, do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, you could. I can only offer my perspective, right? But don't want no. So how old is Slow-Mo? Yeah, he's about well, he's a Generation X, so he's one of them.
I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. I meant 42.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
Shut up.
You're so funny. You're so silly. What a silly, funny guy. Anyway.
Wow, a boomer? That's definitely not a boomer. A boomer is a good 20, 30 years older than me. That's a boomer. Boy. So, but we wrapping things up? I'm about to get out of here.
I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna go make me a little sandwich. Make me a little sandwich and then get some popcorn and then spend the rest of my day giggling at my timeline at these people. I'm probably gonna have more videos out and do more live streams because bitch, what the fuck else am I doing? I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for 2 days and my schedule has already gone to shit. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep these past 4 days, okay? Working out, like I used to get 10,000 steps a day. I haven't left my house. I mean, I left my house yesterday, but still, you know what I'm saying? Do I plan on leaving today? Bitch, I don't fucking know. I don't know if I plan on leaving the house today. I need to. I should just so I can get like I capped out at 6,700, but like I was doing continuous cardio instead of doing the all day cardio I would do for my 10,000 plus steps a day that I was doing the last 9 months, right? But you know, what's better, continuous stream of exercise or breaking up? I think it depends on intensity, correct?
It does depend on intensity. You want to make sure your heart rate is remaining high no matter what you're doing. And sometimes depending on the intensity, you want to make sure that you're putting little breaks in there. So like it really just depends on the kind of workout that you're doing. But I will also recommend switching it up a lot because you can plateau very easily. Like if your body can get used to doing that particular, no matter the intensity workout, and then you'll feel like, oh, this is getting easier, and you can get comfortable in that. But that's not what you want. You don't want to get comfortable. You want your body to always feel like you're getting slammed, because that's where you get the most gains from. So I would say switch things up every 2 or 3 weeks. So if you want to do consistent running, like long distance running, do that, but do it for like 2 or 3 weeks and then switch it up to something else.
All right, cool. Thank you. Shout out to Big Daddy for the member super chat saying, "Hey Luca and Slow-Mo, Battlefield is my disappointment. I hate to see it, my boy." And then shout out to Envy, who's been a member for 29 months, saying Redfall, more like Red Fail. Exactly. Thank you for letting me know that it was there. It doesn't show on the StreamYard screen, so I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. And then shout out to Big Mike saying, Slow-Mo, how are your knees holding up? Exactly.
Oh, my knees holding up better than your hairline. How about that one? Boom. Whatever.
Okay. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate you saying I really like your YouTube content and tweets. Luca, stay awesome. You stay awesome. Luca, what will happen to the physical Redfall game stock? Well, I hope they throw that trash out where it belongs. Okay. But I don't know. I feel bad for people who are going out to buy this shit, dude. At
You
least
know what? I
ABK
actually
Studios dodged the
seen
Xbox ownership bullet.
people ask other people who did reviews like, I bought the physical copy of this, so I take it, but I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet. Should I just get a refund? And they were like,
Exactly.
yes, get a refund. I'm like,
I cannot believe this shit. I mean, I can't. Let's go. I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm making lunch. I've been here far too long. Good. Thank you guys for coming through. Check out. I did a video about the Redfall reviews, so check that out when you get the chance. Let me link it for anyone who hasn't seen it. And I'm getting out of here. Shout out to Bari and Persona. They're doing live streams later today. I don't know what time Bari's doing his, but Persona's doing his at 4:30.
check out my lunchtime with Slow Mo.
5:30 Eastern,
An hour ago.
which is 4:30 Central. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, 5:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 Central. So yeah. So shout out to him. Here is my video, and then shout out to Xbox University, who had almost 700 people. Bar, you said you were gonna go live. I saw your tweet. I saw your tweet, King. You said you were gonna go live, talk shit, but I guess not. All right. Okay. Well, exactly. What was I saying? Oh yeah, shout out to Uni. He had like 800 people or not 800, 700 people in his space today. Let me tell you, definitely worth it. That shit was hysterical in the beginning. I love jumping into his spaces right at the beginning because he goes on these tirades that are so fucking funny to me. But anyway, okay, I'll catch y'all later. Slomo, thank you for coming through.
Yeah. Peace.
All right, what is that? You guys want to check out Slomo's stream as well? Is that it? Because we talked about it, so I thought it only applied.
No, I'm tired. Freaking Redfall has drained the life out of
Oh,
me.
you got drained like those vampires.
Like those vampires.
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
I have no energy left. I have no desire to play video games anymore. I think I'm just gonna quit gaming because
maybe you should stop playing trash and you'd feel better. Have you considered that?
That might be a good prescription,
exactly.
doctor.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Play some good games.
Peace.